Welcome to Hangout Cafe.
Hello.
Today I've got a special guest who is not a stranger to Hangout Cafe. She's my sister. She's my friend. She's What else are you?
She's my mom. She's my older sister.
She's family. She's family. She's family. Last time we had her on Hangout Cafe, this was about over a year ago. She came to share her testimony. I guess you could call it a testimony of waiting. She and her husband had been waiting for 18 years. 18 years. But guess what? She has a beautiful baby girl who is over a year now.
17 months.
17 months. Wow. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. Today is just going to be about sisterly love.
Yeah. Sisterly love.
Guess what? I think we introduce him. So my sister friend today is Duntan West.
Hello.
Yeah. So Duntan, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Me, I'm an event person. I do events. I plan, decorate events, and I'm a health coach as well.
Health coach.
So I look after people, well-being, and help you live better, lose weight, sleep well, just generally mental well-being, just generally being in a very good state.
Wait, do you know when you mentioned event? I remembered. We've come a long way. I've known her for almost 30 years now.
Is it that long?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Almost 30 years. Because when we met, Tony was a baby.
A baby.
And
Yes.
we used to do events together.
I remember.
And I'm sure-
Looking for bargains in those shops.
Yes. But she continued, and today she's a well-known event planner in Nigeria, well, all over the world anyway. So well done, girl.
Thank you.
Well done for
Thank
being
you.
persistent and consistent, and yeah. If I kept her, maybe me to be an event planner.
Exactly. And remember, Doc used to join us as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it was fun actually.
It was,
We used
it
to do
was.
lots of theming, looking for props.
Yep. Remember when we built that boat and then we had a river
But,
where they
exactly.
Oh my
And then
God.
Doc put diesel in his car. Oh my gosh. We've had, and then our Christmas decorations.
and Christmas decorations.
Actually, I think that's where my love for Christmas decorations started from. Because now we don't decorate estates, we decorate offices, we do homes, but then we used to for the Christmas.
This was at church.
This was our church events, yeah. And we didn't have that much money.
We did, but like she said, we used to look for bargains.
And the treats always came out really nice and pretty. So, oh, wow.
It was really good.
Amazing how things form.
True.
Because now Christmas decoration, all the things that we do, and then we actually would have Christmas village this year. We're teaming up with partnering with a hotel this year to do Christmas village within the hotel. And you know it's all gonna be Christmassy. So if you're in Lagos, look out for that.
Yes, she's based in Lagos, but she's around. She's in town. That's why we're doing this. So, Duton, we're going to have sisterly talk. We're going to talk about wellness.
Wellness, yeah.
What else?
Manners.
Oh yes, manners.
We can't leave that out.
Manners. Yes.
We can't leave that out. And then what else again?
Because you're an event planner, can you also talk a little bit about weddings, please?
We can do weddings, yes.
Yes. Okay.
We can do weddings.
So let me start with how did you? I know you've always been an event planner. Well, how did you get into wellness and well-being?
Remember that time I was ill?
Yeah.
And one of the things that doctor said in the hospital was, just eat well and you'll be okay. And I thought, eat well when I'm almost dying. Remember that incident?
Yes.
And 2 years after that whole thing, I caught bronchitis.
Yes, I remember.
Remember that? And then the doctor said, "Oh, I'm not going to give you any medication. Just gonna eat well, sleep." No, she said sleep. And then she said, just take the chicken stock, the broth from the chicken stock. I'm thinking, what? And no medication. And I remember her saying, "I'm going to write you off work for a week," which she did. And on the third day, I think I went back and said, "Oh, this thing's really getting bad. I'm not getting any better." She says, "Because you're worrying, you're not sleeping, go back and sleep. If not, I'm going to extend my stay at home." So she said, "Don't come back until after the 7 days."
Okay.
And I thought, come back after 7 days, I'm going to die. But then, I mean, by day 5, I was getting better. The whole thing was clearing, and I was really thinking, oh, no medication, no antibiotics, nothing. For those of us in Nigeria, we love antibiotics.
Oh, yes, everything is
Antibiotics. You have a cold, antibiotics. You have a cold, antibiotics. So I'm really, really against antibiotics. I mean, anybody near around me will know that I'm anti-medicine first. It's all about eating well. And when we went back to Lagos, I started juicing well for myself, really.
Okay.
And my husband is a bit on the heavy side. Let me not say big, but he is big.
I won't call him big, but okay.
And we used to do a lot of juicing and everything. And I remember somebody in his office. Okay, there was one time he lost weight and just eating well, and and she came one day crying to him that, oh, the doctors have said my husband has diabetes and he has to, if he changes his diet, he may not be able to, he may not go on insulin for life. What should I do? And then she was like, oh, speak to Duto. And then she comes, oh, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. It's okay, but what are you giving Deji? So I said, okay, let's try. We started juicing and everything. And I think after about a month, the guy was following protocol. So that's another thing. You have to be disciplined and follow through.
Yeah.
After about a month, they went back to the hospital and they were like, oh, whatever you're doing, continue, because all the statistics and numbers changed. And it continued. And he kept on sending people to me that, oh, go and speak to her, she can cure you. And like, I'm not a doctor. So I thought, okay. I said, I stopped juicing. I said, I'm not juicing for anybody. I'm not doing anything. And Lady was like, why don't you go and study this then? So I thought, okay. All right, back to school. So I went back to school for a year, learning about nutrition, well-being, and different things. And as I became a health coach.
Fantastic. Whoa. Okay. So when clients come to see you, what are the kind of things they come to see you about?
So we do a lot of just wholeness, well-being. So people come to see me for either they want to get themselves better, they're trying to change careers, or trying to just even find themselves, who are they, or some say they can't sleep, some say, oh, I want to lose weight.
So if somebody can't sleep, what would you say? So for example, I don't know whether it's that I can't sleep or just that I don't sleep early. So sometimes I'm awake till 2 a.m.
And when do you wake up?
It depends. If I don't have anything to do, okay, no, actually that's not true. I'll wake up at 6, do my prayers, but I will definitely go back to bed. Because that one is like, okay, I don't have a choice, but I will go back to bed.
I mean, sleeping at 2 a.m. is a bit late. If you haven't slept, do you sleep during the day?
No.
So sleeping at 2 a.m. is a bit late. And so all of us, we do have bad sleeping habits. And even including me, I had bad sleeping habits.
Actually, as I was talking, I was thinking, I'm chatting at 1 a.m. or something before.
So, but there's something called sleep hygiene.
Okay.
So it's like your environment, what you eat. If you're a coffee lover, stop drinking coffee at about 12, because it takes about 8 hours or more to get out of your system. Okay. And people just say, oh, but I'm okay, but actually keeps you awake. TV keeps you awake, blue lights, your environment, your bedroom, what is in your bedroom really. So people put a lot of junk in their bedroom. Okay. That junk.
So when you say junk, what kind of junk? As in
clothes, books, I'm coming back to this pile of things. Okay. Those things, your bedroom should just be.
So we need to declutter.
Declutter your bedroom. Okay. Make it. So when you go to hotel rooms, it's very clean.
Yes. Yeah. And you find out that you
sleep.
Yes.
I was going to say you sleep better in hotel rooms as well.
It's true.
Your mattress, your pillows, those things matter. Your blinds. So if you go to hotel rooms, they have heavy blinds.
Yes.
So you don't even, sometimes you sleep and you don't even know it's daytime. So those things matter. So the smell in your room as well. Put your plants, put diffusers. Just declutter your bed space. Make it as plain as possible, as bare as possible. Okay. Don't take work
Walk
into
to
your
your
bedroom.
bedroom.
Say no, no, no. If you do get up to use the bathroom, don't check your phone. It would wait for you. So just go use the bathroom and get back to sleep immediately.
Okay.
No playing of games. Oh, I'm playing games to fall asleep. So did you see my husband will say, oh, I'm just playing this game so I'll fall asleep. 3 a.m. He's still awake. I'm like, this game. I'm like, oh, but I can't sleep. I'm not yawning. Okay, bring the phone. I've barely taken the phone off him. 10 minutes after, I turn around. He's fast asleep. So those things keep you up awake, you know. And then you really have to train yourself, make it into a habit.
Yeah.
So for you that sleep at 2 a.m. So maybe by about 9, start winding down.
Yeah.
And then what you watch on TV matters as well.
I'm not even a TV person like that. That's the truth.
But if you're not, so but you're on your phone.
Yes, what I find is that I do a lot of my work. Well, maybe it's just a mindset. I always say I work better at night.
Because you've conditioned yourself to work better at night.
Yes, probably. Yeah.
How about reversing it? Sleeping and then waking up early to do your work.
Okay.
Because I guess you're doing the work better at night because there's no distraction.
Yes. Yeah. But I guess I could get up early and there won't be any
distractions.
distractions. Okay. Yeah, I could try that.
And then that's, I mean, if for some people have a shower, warm or cold shower, whichever relaxes you, and then just sleep. And then someone like me, I can eat any time of the day.
Okay.
And I will sleep.
Okay.
If I'm hungry, I cannot sleep. Forget it. So, but I mean, know your body. Most importantly, know your body. So some people will eat late at night, but their food won't digest and they can't sleep, so they're turning and tossing. Someone like me, if I have not eaten well, forget it, I'm not going to sleep. So you know your body type, know what your body is used to, and then sleep. Your pillows really matter. Your mattress really. It's important to check your mattresses, and the mattress do expire as well.
Change them I'm just going to say that. There's much people that have their mattress.
That's for life. But they do expire, and you would know. So just change your mattress, change your pillows, and your bed sheet as well. The quality of your bed sheet is important. You know, people just think, oh, I'm just going to put something on my. No, nice bed sheet with nice thread. Invest. Even if you have 2 bed sheets for now, you know, change them ever so often, and then but just invest in your bed sheets.
Okay, thank you. That's good to know. So invest in your bed sheets. I know cheap is let me just get any polyester or
No.
But invest in good cotton.
Good thread.
Good thread, yes, because you have 100, you have Egyptian
cotton. So anything from 250 thread is good.
Okay, all right.
They're expensive, but they're worth it, and they last longer. Trust me.
Yeah, you know, I mean, even though this is not part of well-being or wellness, a lot of times we think cheap. Why would I go and spend that amount on something expensive? But the truth is that quality is more important than quantity. Because you find out that cheap thing that you got, you have to replace it. So
and by the time you think about the replacement cost, and just buying one and sleeping well, and besides, why don't you spend money on yourself? Why are you working? Self-care.
Preach it, my dear. Preach it. Self-care is so important. No, we underestimate self-care. And for a lot of people who work really hard, you need to take care of yourself.
Exactly.
So I mean, you're working, you're spending money on other things, but why don't you spend this money on yourself?
What are you working for?
Exactly. What are you working for?
For yourself.
Yeah.
Look after yourself. Look after your home. Look after people around your family. You know, those are investments you make.
Yeah, and it's good. And take yourself. I mean, again, it's all part of wellness anyway. Take yourself out sometimes.
Yeah, date yourself.
Yes. Just do something different.
Date yourself.
That's what I'm trying to do. The lady that was on last week on Hangout Cafe, I mean, by the time she finished, I just said, look, I need a mindset renewal. I'm going to start to do things. I'm going to start to do things out of my comfort zone. I'm going to just do things that I've been wanting to do that I haven't done. So,
like what? I'm going to put you on the spot. So She's accountable to us.
Okay, like what? I can't think of anything in particular, but I know one of the things, maybe because I'm an introvert, if I go out, so if I have a busy weekend, for example,
Mhm.
for 1 week, I wouldn't want to go out at all because, like, oh, I've had enough. So I'll give you an example. I'm meeting up with someone next week, and where she wants us to meet up is not. First of all, I don't like Central London. Yeah, I want to go where I can drive. It's not like if I can't drive into Central London, but parking
Yeah,
and all that.
everything.
So I'm going to have to get on the train. So when she gave me 3 options, the other 3 places, two places I've been there before. So I thought, okay, do something different. You don't want to keep going to the same place over and over again. So I thought, okay, I'll go to this place. Even though it's going to mean that I'm going to get on the train and then I'm going to have to walk. I will do it.
Walking is good.
I know walking is good. Yeah, I mean, I do walk. I try to walk at least 3 times a week. So yeah, that's something I'm learning to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do something different.
Well, you do something else. You plant. That's good.
Oh yes, my plants. Guess what? I'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
I've got corn.
So how come we're not eating corn?
No, because it's not time. You know, we're not there yet.
Oh, really?
I think I'll probably harvest them in August.
Oh, wow.
But I'm looking forward to seeing my corn. I'm growing corn, onions, and Scotch bonnet, and what's it called? Bell pepper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My peppers didn't grow, didn't do too well.
Did you lay hands on them?
Actually, to be quite honest, I haven't given that much attention. To be quite honest. But for some, I guess because they're not in my preview, but the ones that are near me, like, I started growing orange mint.
Oh, wow.
You know, so the orange mint wasn't doing so, and I was paying so much attention to the orange mint and the parsley.
Okay.
And those two are well, they're doing well. I pray they're still doing well when I get back home. But they were doing well, the oregano, but the pepper, I guess because it's on the other side.
So you don't pay much attention.
I didn't pay more because that's what about them. They need care as well.
They need care.
They need care.
I mean, what I found out, the corn, they actually need a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
You need to keep watering them. So I've had to pay attention to them.
But you can get a drip, something like this drip.
Yes.
This comes and you don't have to
keep watering.
It just drips itself and monitors itself.
Yeah. I should do that. I saw it somewhere. I was watching a YouTube video and somebody did mention that. So maybe I should get that. End up getting that.
But then they still need you to talk to them.
Yes, to fellowship.
To fellowship with them, yes.
Yeah, so okay, let's talk about your event planning thing. Again, I know I actually had someone on, not on Hangout Cafe, one of my other channels, because manners matter, but she mainly does event planning for here, for the for UK and Europe. I'm sure it's a different ballgame in Nigeria.
We have our rules and regulations, yeah.
So what are some of the things you encounter? Okay, let's go back. So if somebody wants to get married, and this is because it's wedding season, so somebody wants to get married, what are the things they should start off with? How do you decide?
So this is something we don't do in Nigeria, but really, really we should do. What is your budget? Have a budget. This is how much I want to spend.
Okay.
Because as you start planning, initially, all right, I'll do this. Then towards the end is the somebody rings a bell somewhere, and they just want to spend, and then.
Oh, by the way, she planned my daughter's engagement, and she's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I mean,
thank you.
Not because she's my friend, she's brilliant.
And then they want to just spend. But if you have a budget and you plan early, it's easier to bargain than towards the end. Yeah. When you just as if you just woke up to it. And that's the thing about Nigeria. Yes, not everybody, I would say. Some people plan early. Okay. Some people are fire brigade. Then people just think it's Nigeria. I have my money. Things can be done. So I'd say first and foremost, what do you want from your wedding? Have a theme, have something in your mind that you're working towards.
Have an idea of what type of wedding you want. Do you want a small wedding, big wedding? Medium size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Colors, themes. So it's easier for us to work from your dream backwards
Okay.
to the day
Okay.
than just going and then halfway to say, oh, maybe I'll have an Arabian theme. No, maybe I'll have Egyptian, or maybe I'll do this, or maybe I'll do that.
Okay.
Have an idea of what you want.
Yeah.
Set a budget saying, okay, give or take, I want to spend this amount of money. In Nigeria, they say, I don't have a budget, but then you give them a bill. It's too expensive. So if you don't have a budget, how is this one too expensive? So have a budget, have an idea, and then we all do. To be quite honest, we all know how much we want to spend.
Yeah.
And be truthful to your event planner.
Mm-hmm.
Your wedding planner won't run away with your money.
Mm-hmm.
And I say use somebody you trust, really. Somebody
That's key.
That's key. Somebody you're comfortable with, somebody you trust.
Yeah.
So somebody you know that, okay, they say this is this, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, but for weddings, have a theme. Your theme and now drives other things. Theme and budget now drives other things. Venue, number of guests, food, F&B, caterers, drinks people, special effects. Your theme drives all these things. So your theme and your budget are two important things. And then the kind of venue you want. If you have a small budget,
yeah,
and you want to have an elaborate event, you have to think, okay, am I cutting back on guests?
Okay.
And what space am I using? Because and a lot of things, that especially in Nigeria, is that we watch a lot of international things.
So we want those things.
We want those things. So, for example, when we go for all these exhibitions and trainings, there's a lot of tablescape competition. You'll see a centerpiece that's $1,000.
And you want it.
And the Nigerians will come back and say to you, I want that centerpiece. And you say, one centerpiece to make up this was $1,000. I'm sure there's a way we can. There's no way we can't perform magic. We're not magicians, And so, but if you do one that has ways behind it, you don't have to use, maybe for example, if they use hydrangeas and lilies and things, you don't have to use fresh flowers.
Yeah.
Most times abroad they use fresh flowers. And trust when I say $1,000 per centerpieces, it is real, because we have pictures when we go, we are allowed to take pictures. We have pictures that says category of $1,000, categories of $5,000 events. And you're thinking, and when you show your clients that these are things and they're like, for real. But then again, in Nigeria, we have large weddings.
Yeah.
The weddings are not as large as our own, and they can afford.
And the numbers, they can have 50 people. Or even 30.
Exactly.
So yeah. But we go in the hundreds and thousands.
Yep.
Okay. So how do people cope with even numbers? Because I know oh my goodness. I think the trad wasn't too bad. It was the white one. But I don't think people fully understand. I say this. So, for example, the trad, you can accommodate more people. But when it comes to the white,
you're paying per head.
You're paying per head. And people don't really think about that. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, they didn't invite me, or this person didn't invite me. But people are paying per head.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't understand that.
They don't. And that's because it's not our culture.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Our culture is why are you having wedding if you can't accommodate all of us? But firstly, I believe wedding should be people that you're close to.
Yeah.
It's yes, you have your friends, but your friends, your friends, not your social friends.
Yeah.
Your friends are people that you want in such close-knit events. If you're doing a social event, 60, 70, 50, fine. Even with that as well, you just want people that really know you, can rejoice with you, they understand the story. So if you decide that, okay, at this wedding, I just want to splash out, they understand what I say. So let me just say, there's a wedding, a destination wedding, a few people went to, And this lady came back from this wedding. Somebody had died, and I was with my friend who was uncle was on that died, and we were together.
Yeah.
I knew the uncle as well because she's my childhood friend. And this lady came and said, "Oh, I was very close to him. Sorry, I didn't come early. Oh, but those people they just went abroad to spend money. It did. We were just looking at her like, but you left Nigeria to their destination wedding, and then you're coming back to. You don't want that kind of people in your wedding.
No, you don't.
You know.
Yeah.
So my friend and I were looking at her like. So when she left, we just looked at her and said, did we just
hear that?
So those are kind of people that you really don't want at your wedding, And so I said that if you don't invite them, we'll talk. But really,
people, and truth is that whether you do or you don't do, people will still talk anyway. So I think, and I also think for this younger generation, they're also looking for, they want people that they know.
Exactly.
So it's not just mommy and daddy's friends, people that they have relationships with. Those are the people they want.
Exactly. And it makes sense, really, because it's their day. They want to look. Let's take, for example, remember our wedding?
Yeah.
In as much as it was RSVP, names on the table, I remember the following week or 2 weeks after we got married, we met this lady at the GP, and she was going, "Oh, your wedding, this." So I actually thought she was DG's friend. So I was being nice and polite and smiling, and then DG now says hi, and then walks away, and then leaves me with her, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, no. Don't believe me with your friends. So people I don't know. You didn't even introduce me. You didn't say anything, and then you walked away. No, she's your friend."
You thought she was your friend.
She was my friend, and I was thinking, okay. Then after she now comes into the GPs and says, "Oh, I forgot to tell you. Somebody said I shouldn't come during lunch, but I should come afterwards." And then she drove. When it was in London, remember, drove all the way to Reading for a party I didn't invite you to.
Oh my goodness.
Party I didn't give you.
Oh, right.
I didn't even know who she was. So somebody that was invited her to come for the after party. And I'm thinking, you left London. Sorry. And you don't even know the couple. There's not even like, okay, maybe social friends.
Yeah. I've seen that. I know there was a family wedding a few years ago too, where I met a friend of mine there, and when the groom and the bride's mother was walking towards us, like, who's that? I said, that's the groom's bride's mother. And I was like, oh, don't you know? I don't know anybody. A friend invited me. So she didn't know the groom, she didn't know the bride, she didn't know their parents. Somebody just invited. I want you to dress up.
As close one.
But I was thinking that surely those kind of things they don't happen anymore, but they still do.
They do a lot in Lagos. They do.
I'm sure here too. They probably do.
They do a lot in Lagos. At least I know.
It's ridiculous.
So but these are kind of things that and the people getting married these days, they don't want those kind of things. They just want people that they can relate to, people that they can be free with, and it's not like the traditional wedding of past when it's the parents, it's for the couple.
Yes, now it's for the couple. But people they don't understand. But weddings, oh my goodness, it's not for the faint-hearted.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, but you've done one. You want one now.
But it's not, because oh my goodness, wedding planning, it's not easy.
Oh, wedding planning is
it's not. It's definitely not.
Mm-hmm. And these days, another thing again for wedding planners, for event planners, again, I need to talk about is that when you're planning weddings or something, or even a special event for a client, we get so close to them that sometimes you as a counselor, as a wedding, as what do I need to say? A mediator.
This is between the two families,
yes,
or even amongst.
Exactly. Mediator, a planner, but one thing, I keep on saying is as event people, is that we're privy to so many
Yes,
internal things,
confidentiality.
confidentiality, which we're not supposed to discuss with
Yep.
Mr. A or Mr. B, you know. And I think for us as event planners, that's one of the things that we need to
That
guide
is okay.
against as well. That
Yeah.
the fact that I know certain things is not for me to discuss them outside. So we need to really be, even if you're very close friends,
Yeah. You shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
No.
You know, I mean, I have friends that we get things from doing events. I don't even say to them who is event it is. I just say, oh, my client. And you know, sometimes I'm even preview to the fact that, oh, maybe they wanted to invite them, but they removed them off the list because they were not. It's not in my place to start saying, oh, this people are going to invite you, but they removed it because
oh my goodness.
It's not in my place. It's not in you. Let's just keep it as professional as possible. Again, people come and ask me, oh, I hear you're planning this person's events, fishing for information. Then what story comes to mind is that one that guy in the Bible, when God said, go and warn them, but do not eat there. And then that prophet said, oh, God sends me. And then now turn against that prophet to say, but God told you not to say anything, not to eat.
Yes, not to eat.
And then
not to stay in that place. Yes.
So it's the same person that's supposed to be came as a friend. And it's the same thing. Word hasn't changed. So the same people that come to you as event planners to get story out of you, with same people that say, it's your event planner that God told me. So you know, where do you want to stand?
No, you have to be very careful.
So you have to be exactly
careful. No, whether it's their close, even if it's their close friends, then their close friends will know now. If they're close to the couple,
exactly,
they will know. So they should be getting information from the event planner. Definitely not. Confidentiality is key.
Very key.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Great. Anything else about event planning that we should know?
Rest. So event planners, that's another thing, is that we look after everybody but ourselves.
Oh, okay.
So you run on adrenaline throughout for the event. You forget to eat, you forget to breathe, you forget to drink, you know, forget to rest. Those are things that we really, even us, we're working. As I say this, even as a coach as well. We're working, I'm talking to myself, we're really like working very hard to make sure even our events are as green as possible.
Okay.
You know, because self-care, you can only give what you have.
Yeah.
So if I'm not well looked after, it would reflect in my events as well, because then my brain is foggy and everything. So we need to look after ourselves as event planners.
Okay.
And take that break, go to the spa, shut down, sleep, because we do back to back. As we're finishing one event, sometimes we're on to the next, we're on to the next.
So you never get a chance to rest. So you have to be intentional about taking a break. Okay, that's good. Great. So let's talk about manners, you know.
Yes.
Here's the one that has been really bugging me recently is courtesy. You know, we say it all the time, common courtesy. But it's not so common. You know, if common courtesy is, you see this thing here. So you see this thing here. You didn't put it there. You don't know who put it there, but you just decide to take it.
Yes. It's frivol.
Common courtesy, ask, who can I use this? Who left it there? It's simple courtesy. Why are we so lacking in manners?
I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew.
No, it's. I think it's quite bad. I mean, simple things like even I was listening to Apostle Joshua Selman. He was preaching somewhere in Ghana, and I was so pleased. Towards the end of his message, he talked about things like, I think he was talking to leaders that thank you, say thank you to your people, say please to your people.
Well done.
Well done. All those little things. We say, oh, children should know, but even the adults, because the children will pick it up from the adults. Exactly. If the adults are saying thank you, and thank you is an expression of gratitude. Appreciate you. People do things for you. Say thank you. Just thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Apologize. You should also be able to apologize if you do something wrong.
Honor.
Well, yes, exactly. Well, please, may I? Oh,
I know. Or they come into a room and not knock.
Yes.
Okay, so my door is half open, but still knock.
You still knock. You still have to knock.
You know, or you go somewhere, they haven't offered you a seat, you just sit down. How do you know that that's where you're supposed to sit?
Oh, yes. Even that one is very cool. That don't sit at the head of the table. Wait, let them tell you where you're going to sit, because you know, manners, people, is just respect and consideration for others. That's it. Just have respect, have regard for someone. Don't take people's things. Don't but I could go on. There's so many things.
I mean, that's your area.
I don't want to go into that. But yeah, okay, let's talk about, you have a lot. I know that you have loads and loads of sister friends. How do you maintain relationships? How do you maintain a relationship? And I know there are people that you've known for years.
I think again it boils down to manners and respecting each other's space. So I have friends, and I know each of them differ.
Okay.
You know, there's some friends that you study each other, you study what this person likes and what that person. Basically, it's respect, really.
Yeah.
So you're my sister friend. I have another sister friend. I relate to both of you differently because, first of all, our relationships are different. We are all close, but we're close in different ways.
Yeah.
There's some things, you know, that if I respect the person, I know that if I do this person is going to offend that person. Why do I want to offend that person? I may say the same thing to you, and you're cool with it. So, as I said, it's
you
just
have to know the person.
You have to know the person,
yes.
and once you know the person, you respect each other. You know know your boundaries.
And you know, it's interesting. People don't think that just because you're sisters or sister friends that you don't have boundaries. But you should have boundaries.
Even with my sisters, there are boundaries.
You should have boundaries. It's the same whether you're my sister or my brother. There should be boundaries in a relationship.
Yep.
Yeah.
And respect.
And respect. It's respect for everyone. Whether it's a younger person. If you respect younger people, they will respect you. And if you don't, they will show you.
Exactly. Like in Nigeria, they say to you, see this small girl. See how she's talking to me. But then how did you present yourself? You know, how do you present yourself? So if you presented yourself in they feed off your energy.
Yes.
You know. And one thing I realized in Nigeria, they like sa, ma. It doesn't take anything out of you.
Just say it.
Just say it. So I remember a few weeks ago, went to the market. Yes, I like going to Lagos Island Market. I love going to the market.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what we're going to get. I think we're going to do for something for an event. And sometimes going yourself, you see these things and you know you can make decisions that no, this will work, that won't work.
Yeah.
And we got into the car park, and this man, and I know this guy was parking us because already we're going to pay at the gate, but this guy took it upon himself to say, oh no, don't park here. And I don't know, when you're going, just give him 200 naira or 300, whatever it is, you know, give him a tip. And after he parked us, I said, thank you very much, sir. Because we was an elderly man. I said, thank you, sir. Hey, they taught you well at home. And you know, by just saying, sir, thank you, sir. So that's man. The favor the driver got was unbelievable. When we were going to say, after I left, the guy was saying, oh, no, come and move your car here. Come and do this. And then when we're leaving as well, and when we're leaving, I said, oh, thank you very much, sir. And I gave him a tip. Oh, no. I mean, it wasn't even the tip, because it was the fact that I said, thank you, sir. It
just reminds me of a quote that says, good manners will open doors that the best education cannot.
I think so, because even when we're leaving, the guy was, it's under the bridge in UBA, people that know the place, and we had a long car, so it was like maneuvering, stopping cars for us, and he didn't have to do all that, you know. But
you showed respect to him.
The fact that I respected him and I said thank you, sir, to him was made a difference. I don't think the money didn't make that much of a difference, but the fact that somebody.
Do you know what you did? You made him feel like a valuable person.
Maybe.
Seriously.
Maybe
because that side just made she has regard for me. That made the difference, and it's true. The truth is that it doesn't cost us anything.
No,
it doesn't.
No, so If you hear me say auntie, uncle,
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't. It doesn't.
ma. You know, it's for me. It's Lagos will like it. Nigeria will like that thing, you know. And I mean, personally, I know I look young, you know. And I remember there was one I met somebody, one of my blue sisters, when they went to school with me, but she never even met me in school.
Okay.
But she was way big. She's way bigger than I am.
Okay.
And I don't know how we started talking about secondary school. And so you went, oh, you could never have met me in school. I said, yes, I could never have met you in school. And then she starts talking. And yeah. So I just kept quiet, you know. And then my other friend comes. My other friend is my younger friend. And she starts talking. And she starts calling, she starts saying, oh, sister, whatever. She's saying, so that was like, so I can't remember what she said. I said something. And I said, oh, no, ma, this is, why are you using ma for her? I said, what would you think she went? She didn't meet me in school. She said, oh, you mean you didn't meet her in school? And then she now said, oh, no, what set were you? When I told her, she said, oh, that was the year I was born.
Oh my goodness. Why would you even say such a thing that you couldn't have?
I was just thinking at her that there was no need for
no
that.
Need for
you
that.
know, just
Oh,
the fact that you seem
just because you're smallish,
smallish, and you seem as if you're way much older and bigger than me. But it's the kind of things that, you know, it doesn't matter. Small, old, young. Let's just respect everybody.
No, we need to. In fact, it's funny we're talking about this because I was at my hairdresser's today.
Looking glam.
And she was telling me about this. When she was walking to her shop today, she said she saw this. She walked past, I think it was a mall, and she saw this cleaner. She was cleaning the front of the toilet or bathroom. Americans call it restroom. And she said this homeless lady wanted to use it. And this cleaner just was shouting at her, telling her, what are you doing? Go find somewhere. It's not your kind type that we want here. But I'm telling you. So she said she told the cleaner of that. Why would you? She's a homeless lady. Let her use. Where else will she use if she can't use the public bathroom? Anyway, I know it got me thinking. So I told her the story of a lady who was at Hangout Cafe who used to be homeless. Debola, who used to be homeless, and now she's doing very well. She now feeds the homeless every 2 weeks at Trafalgar Square, and I think she even got an award recently for that. But you know, circumstances can change at any time, so we should never put down people or look down at people.
Never,
because you never know. And look at even the people that we admire today. Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, all those people, they were once homeless. Yes. So we should never put down people because
we all want to meet Tyler Perry.
Yeah, we all want to meet him now.
But
when he was homeless,
nobody wanted to meet him. And the thing about it, that people that were relevant to him then, today I'm sure will be like, it's Bestos.
Yeah.
People were wondering, oh, where do you know him from?
Yeah. In fact, I remember watching one Steve Harvey thing, and he was like, this guy was there for me when I was, I didn't have anything. But there are people who dismiss them.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a story about George Clooney about bringing his friends up to him, 10 or 11 of his friends.
Wow.
That he paid all that. He gave them $1 million each.
Okay, I think I heard that somewhere.
And then he paid the taxes to go. So he gave them the $1 million, and then I think they said he paid the taxes, the state tax on the $1 million. So the money still was their money.
So all his friends are millionaires.
But these are the people that were there for him when he was starting out.
Wow.
So his friends they grew up together. Yeah. So imagine somebody seeing him then, George saying, well, you're good, struggling actor, Yeah. So we never can tell, there's this saying in Yoruba that people are like water, we don't know where we from.
Yes.
You don't know where you meet people.
You don't know. You just don't know.
It doesn't cost us anything to be nice. Really.
Simple, kind. Even if you can't do anything for someone, be kind, respect them. Have regard for people.
Yeah. Soft words.
Yes. Just never know. But
I might become the president tomorrow.
That means you remember Misha.
Definitely. But just saying.
No, but it's true. Same. I mean, I think whatever it is you do, whatever it is we do, we should always remember to be kind, to be gracious, to respect people.
Yeah.
Because we're all created by the same God. And it doesn't matter, it's got nothing to do with race, religion, or political affiliation or whatever.
Nothing.
Just be kind to people.
And it's another thing, I don't know. Somebody was saying, was it I read it or was saying that when did he have anything? It was one of the Nigerian politicians, I'm not sure. When did he have anything? But this guy completely forgot about what he did. But this person remembered.
Wow.
And when this person made it, now called, maybe the person did something, and then anyway, this guy helped him when he was down and out.
Yeah.
And this guy that helped him didn't even realize he did anything great. Yeah. And when the tables turned, and he remembered and went back to look for the person to help the person and bring the person up. So we never can tell.
We never can tell. Seriously.
You just do it. Even the Bible just says just do it.
I remember once my younger sister, she wanted a job. And this was years ago. And the person that could have helped her didn't help her. But when the tables turned, my sister was in a position to help this person's son. She said, if she was a wicked person, she would have said, your father didn't help me when I needed help. But she helped him and he got a job for him.
And then father would remember.
Yes. And I said to her, that is very good, because if you're a wicked person, when I needed, your father didn't remember me.
I know.
So
you never can tell.
Table can turn at any time. Twinkle of an eye. Things can change.
Things are not static.
No. Good. So, Olu Adeaga, I wanted to ask one last question before we go. Some people see you as hard. I'm sure you've heard people say that. But I know people who wonder why we're friends. I don't understand why you and Victor are friends. Well, we are. There's nothing you can do about it. I've been friends for almost 30 years. But I wanted to ask, has motherhood softened you? Do you think?
I'm not even hard to start off with.
I don't think you're soft. Sorry, I don't think you're hard, to be honest. I don't think you are. I personally would not say you are.
So
I think, let me say what it is. You're principled and you don't take nonsense. And you like people to, if you say you're going to do something, then do it.
Yes.
Yeah. If you can't do it, don't do it. But if you say you're going to do it. And you expect things from people. Yeah. So I don't think you're hard.
Yes, I get that all the time as well. I say to my friend, she says no. She doesn't smile. She doesn't even, sometimes I don't even see, I'm not even seeing you. Sometimes I'm not seeing you, especially if I'm working.
Yeah. You're busy.
If I'm working, my focus is not, my focus is on everybody at the event. Yeah. At this person, as I say, we've been fed, they're okay. So when you stop and start saying, there's no special treatment really. Everybody to us is a VIP.
Yes, do you know, actually, when she was planning our event, she said everybody is a VIP. And I loved that. I really loved that about you, what you said.
Thank you.
She said that everybody's going to be treated the same. There's no VIP.
There's no VIP. Yeah. Then some people say, can you? No, we don't. So people get offended. I know people get offended. That's, she didn't serve my table. Or when I called her, and I'm like, we'll get to you. Because the thing about events is that, especially when it comes to food, once the caterers have started serving and you tell them to leave your table,
then you get...
Firstly, the people doing this, the waiters don't have that, how do I say it? They're under pressure.
Yeah.
They're not going to remember the table that I skipped table 9 because someone in table 13 called me. So let me go back to table 9.
Yeah.
They've moved. They're like a moving belt. Yeah. So if you stop there rhythm, they're going to cause chaos at the event.
Yeah.
So we say everybody, our primary focus is everybody eats at the event, everybody drinks at the event.
Yeah.
We know people eat 2 or 3 times in Nigerian events, unlike here. So once you've had everybody's had, then we can always come back to it. Okay, so are you okay? Yeah, baby. But people just think I was calling her, she didn't answer me. Oh, she's stuck up. Oh, she's this. I hear it all the time, really. And then I tell to my friend, oh, your friend is not friendly at all. I don't understand how you guys are friends. So I'm sure, and then the same thing. But it is what it is. It's work. I mean, if you're at your office and you're working, I'm not going
And
to come.
imagine if you had to stop at every table to greet someone that you know.
Exactly. And if you're at your office, you're working, and you have to have a deadline. I'm not going to, if I come in, I'm just going to destroy all your plans. Afterwards, yes, if the event is my work, it's my bread and butter, it's my 9 to 5. You know, you've come in to have a good time, and my work is to make sure you have a good time. You know, so you expecting me to socialize or give you preferential treatment ain't gonna happen. So let's, after the whole event and everybody's eating, everybody's calm, then we can now socialize. Even socialize. Again, it's not for me to socialize really, because I wasn't invited to the event as a guest. I'm invited to do a job. So why should I be socializing really? If you want to socialize, let's meet outside work. I won't come to your office and sit down and say, okay, I'll go and bring sticky toffee pudding. Oh, the Amala person there gets me that. Oh, can I have that Chinese or that box of? I won't come to your office to do that. So just try and respect those event planners and say, we're at our own office.
No, I agree.
But I'm not a hard person, really.
No, I don't think you are anyway.
I'm not. As mother would soften me.
A bit.
But I mean, I know children to have boundaries as well. So, I mean, I try to put boundaries, and then I try to teach her the way I know. Like my daughter is 17 months, but she'll curtsy to you. If you say to her, and I speak to her in Yoruba. My husband speaks to her in English. I say, Jayoto, Kunle. She will kneel down. She doesn't talk, but she knows what to do. You know, someone said to me, why am I teaching her this thing? She's too young. I'm like,
it's better.
Let her know now. She's not. For me, she's not young.
She's not.
Manners starts from.
Thank you.
Starts from when they are young. So she does something well, and I reward her. I say to her, I'm like, oh, clap for yourself. So she claps for herself when she does something. So she knows that she's done something well, and she knows when to. She fix something here. She knows to put it back here because Mama is going to tell her, put it back. She'll cry, but she'll still put it back. So she knows all those things, and I think it starts from when they're young.
It's so important. Seriously, it's so important. In fact, it's when I was thinking about this manners thing, it's a scripture that came to mind. You know, train a child in the way in which you go. I was thinking that, you know, especially for Christians, I don't think we understand. It's not just about biblical things, you know, it's a wholesome thing where how to behave, how to leave a kitchen, how to speak to people. You know, it's all those things that we need to constantly teach our children so that when they're older, nobody's going to come and teach them.
Exactly.
Because Mama or Papa has taught them all those things at home.
Exactly.
And what do they say? What's that thing? It begins from home. No, I'm going to say charity.
No,
it's not charity.
Manners. Manners
begins from
children are a mirror of the family.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's so important that we start teaching our children from home.
Yeah.
So that they don't go outside and be taught.
And disgrace us.
No, it's true. It's true. Because they will say, Duntan.
And she can say, hi, Bisibawo. Where is that eye coming from? Oh, but good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, sir. With a courtesy.
Yeah, you know, it's so important that we teach your children.
I know, and then people just say, oh, we're too mad. She doesn't have to. She will courtesy. That courtesy, she will courtesy because that's how me I was brought up. And I know even, you know, we try and do all these things because people say to me, oh, she's too young.
She's not.
Let her learn now, you know. And yes, there's even with the Imbos, with the white people, the royal family, they courtesy.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing about courtesy at one time with the royal family.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't so important, it wouldn't have come out as an issue.
Yep.
So the people we're trying to emulate, they do courtesy.
courtesy.
So why shouldn't I try courtesy as well?
I don't understand. We take some, especially as Africans, we take all these things, or we think that we take it all these things, but the proper English person, they are very respectful. They courtesy, like you said. So I don't know where we got some of these things from, and we're saying, but even the Western world, they don't do that. Yes, they do.
It was in one African word. We will go. We will do the right thing. She was courtesy.
Courtesy. But yeah, so it's been nice chatting with you, Ola Dots.
Amen.
I call her Ola Dots. She calls me Sissy. So we'll have another chat sometime. I don't know when, but thank you for agreeing to come and hang out cafe.
Thank you for having me.
This has been so relaxing, chatting with my friend. Just
easy.
Yes. So folks, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And if there's any topic you'd like us to talk about next time we get together, send us a DM, send a DM, and we'll talk about it. Take care. Bye.
Bye.